got our pile pretty well stacked up, but the smoke is blowing towards all the little stuff, so I don't really want to go run the dozer in the smoke because it doesn't have a cab, and the ash and the heat. So I'm gonna push all this stuff off into another pile for now, and then we'll go pull some trees. At least I'm gonna try here. Loader works really good for this, but it takes a lot of skill. A lot of practice, we'll get better at it. We haven't even fully worn the paint off of our teeth set here. Shove it over here so we can get trees over here later. The wind changes directions this afternoon when we quit piling on the fire. We'll come over here, rake through it all with the rake. With this loader so far. There's a few things, but it's mostly cosmetic. There's some wear in the pans, there's some slop in the differentials, they got a little clunkiness to them. But the big thing, it's only cosmetic, is the concrete that's on it. One of these days, we'll take the time and wire wheel it all off and then repaint it so that it looks fancy. And for the most part, it's been a really solid loader. Had to take care of a few things. The day we got it, it didn't start on the truck because the solenoid for the grid heater was out. Put a new one of those in there and it starts at 20 degrees. Has a lot of power once you get the transmission warmed up. Got a lot of hours on this old girl, but we'll see how she works out in the operation, and if it works out good, then we'll look towards upgrading, or maybe we've got the wrong size, I don't know. I feel like a 966 would be a better fit, but they're priced differently. If we find out that we spend too much time, spend enough time wishing we had a bigger loader. I know for an excavator, I wish mine was bigger. A lot of these trees are really big. We end up pushing around, and it just isn't a big enough machine for that. But that's where we started, and when it comes time to upgrade, we'll probably go to a 30-ton machine if I can find one. But I don't know when that's going to be, and until then, we're going to keep working with this 20-ton machine. So Of course, we're buying buckets and stuff for this one. I'm not sure this one's going to go away. I don't know. One of these days we'll get somewhere with that. But now we got that pushed out of the way, let's go over here and start knocking some trees down, at least breaking some branches off. We don't want to get any in the hayfield. I'm surprised they haven't cut it yet, but I'm not a hay guy, so a lot of other hay's getting knocked down around the area. So they should be here anytime, but I'm trying to keep sticks out of the hay. Every time something goes down in there, I walk around and look, make sure there's nothing left out there because we don't want to hurt their mowers. Wow, the fire's burning really good today. Top of this dirt is finally drying out well enough to work with the rake longer. Alright, let's go knock some trees down. tricky with a bunch of big trees. And where I can push them over. First couple of days that we pushed trees and there was smaller trees, it was pretty muddy. This right here is where I have found the loader does best so far. The piling, getting them from here to over by the fire pit. I probably could have dug a fire pit a lot closer, but I would have had to pull a lot more trees to get started. Because if you recall from the video where I started this project, I had to clear that spot, and there was already a lot of stuff on the ground when we got started. There are a lot of conditions about the rubber-tired loader that have disadvantages over a track loader, but where I had to pick one machine for right now, I picked a rubber-tired machine because I can drive this thing down the road and go do a project if I have to. I can drive somewhere with this. Where track machine, working on a project and need to haul a couple loads of dirt in. Well, you gotta go put the low boy on if you're already using the side dump for like a house demo or something. You gotta stop doing what you're doing, go change trailers, haul the loader somewhere to load dirt, then go back and switch again. And sometimes, depending on the location, I'm going to have to do that with this one because I'm just not going to drive this thing 20 miles if I don't have to. It's too much wear and tear on the tires. It just takes too much time. For the amount of work it is to throw it up on a low boy, but with a track loader, if you're going anywhere, down any road, unless it's a gravel road for a short distance, you got to put it on a low one. It's just part of it. It's not bad or wrong. They have their place. They do some things better than rubber-tired loaders. But until I can afford to own one of each, this thing does a dang good job at pushing up tree piles. It also digs pretty good from the little testing that I've had a chance to do. I'm hoping that we get a basement to dig soon. Let me rephrase that. We've got 2 basements to dig. I'm hoping they come and lay them out at some point in time soon. One of them is where we demoed that 130-year-old house. It is down the road just a bit. I gotta fix this camera. Far enough we can track the excavator back down there again. We're going to dig it with an excavator. But I want to try digging it with a loader. A lot of people around here dig basements with track loaders. But they, a 953 track loader typically has a 2.5 to 2 3/4 yard cover. And yeah, they're going to fill that bucket pretty quick. They're going to come out of the hole pretty quick. They're more of a low-speed machine, so at low speeds they work better. Carrying and stockpiling and whatnot. Anyways, track loaders have got a place. Wheel loaders have got a place. I chose this one because I think it adds to my versatility more. I can go move snow in town with this if I need to. Okay. The Eagle has landed. Down the road. This bucket is a 5-yard bucket, so when it comes to digging basements, I think I can maybe not do it 2 times as fast as a track loader, but I could probably make up for the rubber tire downfalls in the quantity that I can carry out at a time. And I don't know how time-wise that'll work. The excavator is great and all, but when you dig with the excavator, you got to move the dirt twice. And ideally, I'll have somebody pushing the dirt away with the loader while I'm digging with the excavator, because the loader is designed to move material around. The excavator is designed to dig holes. But if it's just me, I'm at least going to give it a try to dig a basement with this thing. I won't know until I try it how it's going to work out. So we will give that a whirl one of these days, and we will film the results and we'll have a conversation about them. I don't know that it's going to be the most efficient way to dig basements, and maybe at the end of the day, moving the dirt 2 or 3 times with the excavator is the fastest way to do it still. But we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. It obviously isn't going to work in softer material. You know, you get down around water table. Rubber tire isn't going to work that great. But it is what it is currently. We'll see what happens. A 5-yard bucket, you'd have to have like a 973 at least for that big of a bucket. Track loader. I don't know that much about track loaders. I haven't spent that much time on them, honestly. I've got maybe an hour on them. Because when I worked in Arizona, nobody used track loaders, which kind of surprises me. I think track loaders have got a good place. They're a cross between a dozer and a loader truck. And carry material instead of just pushing it. But they have their downfalls too. 100 carriages are expensive. They wear out. Loading trucks, it sounds like they get a lot of wear. But it is a versatile machine. And I actually tried to buy one before I bought this, but it didn't work out. Machine ended up selling, and then I kind of rethought my whole position on what I was looking for. Decided after doing a couple of other jobs around the time frame that maybe this was a better way to go. It's different for sure, but teeth on a rubber tired loader, teeth are a big deal. Smooth edges are fine if you work on concrete or that kind of thing, but the amount of time lost dealing with trying to cut with one. There's a reason they put teeth on excavators, not smooth buckets. spoon buckets are made for excavators, but they don't sell them typically unless you order them that way without teeth. So there's a reason for that. Yeah, this thing pushes dirt up. That's why I push it over into the pile next to the tree pile, and then I walk the excavator over here to stack it on the fire. There's probably a good 3 to 4 feet of dirt and ashes that have built up in the bottom of that hole easily since we dug it and started here. There's been a lot of stumps that went in that hole that had dirt in them, and a lot of dirt also. I don't know what's burning over here, but it's right next to what's left of my kindling pile. The old dry rotted stuff. So I'm just gonna push that away and then back drag this out. Hopefully that'll get some over. We're gonna go check out the drone before we run it over.